The woman hurriedly took off her top, then wrapped rope twice around her calves. Next, she placed her nightgown in a wine glass to soak, then wiped the wine-soaked nightgown across her thighs. After that, she deliberately slammed her head against the glass. She did this to make the security camera capture the false impression of abuse by her husband. Then she returned inside and drew out 5 liters of fresh blood. She used a brush soaked in blood to splatter a few drops on the cabinet, then poured all the remaining blood onto the floor, using her hands to create drag marks. Next, she covered the hammer with blood and threw it into the fireplace, creating the illusion that the murder weapon had been destroyed. Finally, she overturned the sofa and shattered the glass coffee table. She did all this to frame her husband for her murder. Because Lisa had recently discovered her husband's affair, she wanted to get revenge on her husband in her own way. After everything was prepared, she deliberately left a clue for the police before leaving. Then she drove alone to a hidden location, quietly waiting for her husband to be arrested for murder. Indeed, as she expected, the police gradually discovered many clues. They quickly made her husband the prime suspect, but Jack innocently denied everything. Jack suggested that someone might have staged the crime scene, but then the police produced credit card debt records, detailing various luxury items he had purchased. Most importantly, Jack was the beneficiary of Lisa's insurance policy. What Jack didn't know was, this was all Lisa's doing. The innocent Jack was furious. All evidence pointed to Jack. He had no idea why he was being accused of murder, but he couldn't defend himself. He angrily smashed the water glass in his hand, but all of this was just police speculation. There were no fingerprints of Jack's at the scene. This prevented the police from arresting Jack directly. The case quickly drew media attention, but surprisingly, husband Jack smugly smiled in front of the numerous media outlets. Not only that, he warmly greeted everyone, and even took close-up photos with beautiful women. Facing his wife's disappearance, Jack showed no signs of concern whatsoever.